Welcome to the Digital Dispatcher video series. In this segment, we're going to take a look at an overview of our fuel delivery module. So we're going to open up the application that brings us into our fuel delivery module. And when we open this up, this gives us a quick view of real-time activity of operations in the field. For example, right now we've got 71 orders dispatched, of which 51 are completed. You can also view the same information by an individual vehicle. So if we want to see what truck 97 is doing, for example, we'll see that he's been given 20 stops, of which he's completed 13. So he's got these remaining stops. Every time a stop is completed, you'll see that it gets color coded. We capture the actual volume delivered, the timestamp. We also have the option to capture any special action codes or notes at the time of the delivery. Now, typically, Digital Dispatcher works in concert with an existing customer accounting package. So you still create your work orders the way you always do. Generally, you create work orders based on calls from customers. So a CSR takes a call from a customer and processes a delivery. You might have a credit department that's reviewing credit holds. They can be releasing tickets from delivery. And you typically also have a delivery manager or your dispatcher doing your projection of automatic orders that have to be delivered. Now, in all cases, those records are created and we provide it to your existing customer accounting company. They hand those orders over to us. When they come into Digital Dispatcher, they appear on what we call the assignment screen. The assignment screen shows all the orders that have been out for delivery or scheduled for delivery, but not yet dispatched or assigned to a vehicle. All the relevant information associated with those work orders are part of the record. You can dispatch directly off of this table. Alternatively, we take the same information and we represent it on a dispatch map instead of a table format. So if I go up here to mapping, click on dispatch map, I can pull up the same orders directly onto a map. So here we're going to assign work to driver 999. We're going to zoom in. We can then select orders from this list and give it to a driver. So if I wanted to give this driver these couple stops over here to the east side of, we select them, we then add them to the driver, then load the phone database, click OK. Those orders are then assigned to that driver. At this point, you can assign a sequence number to the orders and put them in a geographical sequence so that they're route optimized, so that when the driver leaves the depot, the work that's given to him is already in an optimal order. We're going to take a look at some live data of some actual trucks in the field. So for example, if we go up here and pull up truck 97, we see that he's holding these stops here. And if we want to re-optimize the work for that driver, we can hit route command on the left hand side and it will reorder those orders for that driver. Once orders are assigned to the driver, you can print out a manifest or individual work orders to be handed to the driver. We're going to jump over to another driver who just has a handful of stops, and we can hit the print command and we hit what's called a delivery list. This will print a manifest for that driver's work. Alternatively, you can also print what we refer to as the tickets or the work orders, and each one will be assigned a sequence number. Okay, so you can give the driver an individual work order for each delivery that's assigned to him. All right, at this point, we're going to shift from the office application and take a look at the solution from the driver's perspective. So we're leaving the office here. We're going to open up the driver's onboard computer, in this case, it's a handheld Android phone. We come to the home screen of the Android phone. We assign an icon with the field application on the driver's handheld. In this case here, we're looking at delivery. So we're going to open up our delivery application. When the application's open, the driver can view his work by taking a look at the route. So he taps on the route command and it'll give a list of all the stops assigned to him. We simulated a fuel delivery truck. In our example here, we're going with a LC electronic meter register. We do interface with other electronic meter registers as well. When the driver arrives to make his delivery, he picks a stop. He hits what's called a load command. He has the option to review the preset, the price, the tax detail, and then he can send that record directly to the electronic meter register in the field. Typically, this register head is installed on top of the meter by the reel compartment of the fuel delivery truck, and the printer, which can be a slip printer or a roll printer, is typically installed in the cab of the truck or sometimes in a weather-tight box near the meter register. So what's happening right now is the customer's header is being printed on the ticket. At this point, the driver would make his delivery. So he would turn the red knob on that register to the run position. He would make his delivery and return it back to the print position. So we're going to go ahead and simulate that. Upon completing the delivery, the driver then returns to the application on his phone. he hits another command on his phone or tablet. He has the option to enter an upcharge or an additive charge, modify the price if he has to, and he hits the proceed command, and now the handheld via wireless Bluetooth connection will communicate with this register in the field. It will pull the information off of that register into the handheld, apply any price and tax data associated with the record, and produce a detailed point-of-sale invoice. Once that information is pulled back to the office, these fields get automatically populated. The driver has the option to enter any special action code. For example, if there was bad vent alarm, he could enter that value in there. They're customer-defined values. He can also add any special notes, so if he taps in the notes field, he can either type in a note or he can use this microphone command on his Android phone to speak a note into that field. Once he's satisfied that he's captured all the data, he hits the save command on the phone. It will then save that information and then push it back to the office. The data that's received back in the office will automatically populate into these fields here, so you see that the color-coded stops are completed with the true volume delivered, the time it was delivered, and any other relevant data associated with that record. A completed day's work involves a closeout report. So we're going to go to yesterday and we're going to take a look at a closeout report for this particular truck. The dispatcher or somebody in the office would then print the truck report. The truck report will give a detail of all the stops completed. It'll give some summary data of the daily work, the volume delivered, the number of stops, average quantity per drop, some accounts receivable data. Once that's reconciled and compared to the totalizer report of the electronic meter register, that is then exported back to the customer accounting's office for a final review and posting to the customer record. This completes our overview of our fuel delivery module, and we want to thank you for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you shortly. Thank you.